Okay, guys, one more pattern for this week. This one is called 888 by Ina Sonnenmoser, our fearless leader over at patterncollections.com. Basically, you've got yourself a little line, and the line can be drawn in like a S shape or in a circle. But you start with a line, and then you draw an 8. Well, you draw an 8, and then you draw another 8, and then you draw another 8. So you draw 888. Got it? And then you embellish as you choose. So my biggest decision that I have to make on this particular tile is going to be, do I want a line, or do I want a circle, or how do I want to compose this page? I think I'm going to do just a general light border. And compositionally, I think I'm just going to draw sort of an S type shape right there. Don't know if you can even see that. I know you saw where my pencil went, but I'm not sure you can even see that. It's so light. I am going to need to draw that in pen. So I'm going to go like that. And then I am going to start one end or the other. Guess I'll start at this end, and I'm going to make 888s. So 8, 8, and 8, and then 8, 8. Do that all in one motion. Don't have to pick up your pen, just kind of space it a little bit over so you don't run into each other. They can be tiny. They can be tall and skinny. Oops, that's going to overlap, but that's all right. Just go ahead and overlap as you need to. Need to make a little bit more space here. I think I really want a really tall, skinny one here, because I've got plenty of space. Like so. And then I'm going to go back to a smaller one, maybe a really tiny one. In the sample, she shows it as all the same size. But by now, you guys should know me. I like to really play with scale. I'm going to go really tiny, and then I'm going to go much bigger. I like playing with scale. That just, for me, that just makes things just fun and pop and just enjoyable. Do some really round ones. Something like that to start with. I'm going to put one at the end here, sort of a half a one, and at this end, same thing. And I think I may just going to decide how I want to fill the tile some more. That's just not enough. Maybe a tile, that tangle that comes up like that. Okay, now I know it's hot. The air conditioner came on all by itself without me getting up and turning it on. That means it has gotten way too warm in here. Yeah? Okay, that's all right. That looks good. Maybe another string coming out here. We'll do small on the top, bigger on the bottom. Like that. Okay, that's cute. So far so good. I like it. Let's do some more going this way. I think maybe out and about like that. Oh, I'm completely off the page. Goodness sakes. Okay, people, yell at me when I do that. Well, maybe you are. You could be totally yelling at me on your screen because I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. I'm just drawing away. I'm having fun. See, you know I've gotten into the Zen zone when I got really, really quiet. And I was not paying any attention to where my paper was in relation to my camera. That will happen. Because, you know, I'm human and I forget that I'm actually not just drawing for myself and that I'm actually on camera. Let's see, I want another one that plays with scale. All right. Okay. Need some fescue just because. Anytime I have a tile that looks like it needs something, throw some fescue at it. My two go-to things when a tile seems to be speaking to me: tipple and fescue. I just do some random little squiggles with a dot on the end. That's all it is. It's nothing fancy. There you go, random squiggle with a dot on the end. Space filler. Sometimes your tile just calls you to do it. Now, the official pattern has us filling in here to make them darker. I think I will definitely do that. It feels like it needs it. So you want to do that in the middle one, which would be here, and leave a little bit of sparkle. Like that. And this may take a bit. You may want to fast forward through this to the end, because this is the fiddle bit. When you get to the coloring in part, it's the fiddly bit, and it just takes longer than you think. And I'll probably not say much, and I may scoot myself right off camera like I just did. I totally apologize for that again. But, you know. Yeah, that's what it needed. Pattern does seem to kind of need this. I didn't think it was going to. I thought, well, I could just do whatever. But it totally seems to need the dark part to just bring it all together. And this is going to be another one of those patterns that doesn't probably going to need a whole lot of shading to make it really pretty. Some patterns are more shade dependent than others. This does not look like it's going to be shade dependent. Oh my. Try to fill in there. The lighting is not optimal today. I've got my light on, but the natural light, the best light, is lacking due to cloud cover. Yeah, it makes a huge difference. Can you see a huge difference? I can see a huge difference. This started to get really busy and I couldn't even see the eighths, but as soon as you fill that in, the eighths just pop right back out. And doing the sparkle is super simple. You just leave a little white space, usually right on the curve. Doesn't have to be there, but that's usually where you would leave that sparkle. Oh my, it's later in the afternoon than I thought it was too. That's okay. This is the last pattern for this week. I usually sit down and do this filming in just 2 days, and then I can worry about uploading and stuff on the day the pattern is released for the daily tangle. If you guys aren't already there, please come to Facebook and go to the Tangle It Pattern Club. The link is in the About description on my About page. That's where I find the daily tangles. The ladies there, moderators, have done a spectacular job of picking patterns. They're doing a really good job of mixing up organics versus grids and hards and easy. They're doing really good job of making sure that there's something for everybody each week. And you know, some of the patterns are not what I would put in my arsenal as go-to patterns, but others are ones that I've never seen before and are just so beautiful, and are definitely ones I will do again. I'm creating all of my little samples rather than working in a sketchbook, which is where I used to try out new patterns. I used to just take my sketchbook and just try them out, and that's super cool and okay, and you know, I'm now doing them on these little tiles just so that they're easy for me to manipulate, because it would be unwieldy to turn around a sketchbook all the time. It's not so bad when I was doing it on my lap, but trying to do it with the video camera and keep it all in frame would be unwieldy. And this is more in keeping with the Zentangle philosophy of keeping it small and easy to do, and it does seem to keep me from making them too big, which sometimes is a problem for me, because you know, for me, bigger is better. But then that would require a video that was like an hour long instead of 20 to 30 minutes. So, you know, 20 to 30 minutes per drawing is a good amount of time. Oh, thank you. The AC went back off. I'm sorry if that was really loud. I won't know until I have playback. I tried before to not have the AC come on when I was filming, but you know, sometimes you can't help the weather. But anyways, what I was saying is, what was I saying? Oh, I've gone completely off track with the whole AC thing. Oh, 20 to 30 minutes and a sketchbook. That's what I was saying. That I put the names on the front. Somebody asked me this in one of my other videos. Why are you naming on the front? Why aren't you naming on the back? And the reason I'm doing that is just simply to save paper. It's an economical thing. If I'm going to do one of these a day, you know, 365 tiles is a lot of paper. And so I'm just doing them back to back. And when I'm doing them back to back, then obviously I have to do the naming on the front. But I'm keeping them. I'm keeping a little pile in my box here on my desk, and when I have my own daily or personal drawings that I'm doing, if I have a thought now, oh, you know, I did that as a daily tangle, that would look really good here, then I can just quickly flip through my loose tiles, and I can say, oh, there it is. That's the one I want. That's the one that's calling to me. Because now that I've done it, and I've done it as a monotangle on a tile and not just done one. You see, in my sketchbook, I would have just drawn maybe one line and done like 3 or 4 of these 8s, and that would have been it. I would have called it a day. But when I do it as a whole monotangle on a tile, really gives me ideas of how I can use them in other drawings and how I can mix them with other tangles. And so it's helping me. Hopefully it's helping you, but I'm mostly doing this for me. I'm selfish. I'm doing it for me. But I figured if I did them on video, you guys would learn something or follow along and be entertained, if nothing else. But it also keeps me accountable. It gives me a reason to do the daily tangle every single week, and to put it out there and put it on my YouTube channel, and so I don't slack off, and I continue to practice my craft. And it really has been helping me quite a bit on just being calm for the rest of my day. I usually do them early. This is a little later in the afternoon than I normally do, but usually it's early in the day. And let's see. And it just helps to ground my day. It's kind of like starting my day with yoga or meditation. Starting my day with Zentangle. How awesome is that? All right, it is EIGHT. GHT 800 88, all in one long run-on word. 888. That's a fun tangle. That's a simple one. You guys could do this. I'm gonna tag it as an easy pattern. You guys have a nice rest of your day, rest of your week, and I will see you next week with new tangles.